Okay. So, who wants to start? Who is prepared for the test? Well, it's a quiz. It's passive and active, no? The differences between using passive voice and active voice was what I explained like 2 classes ago. And well, you have had practice in different exercises in the index way, in the platform. So, anyone? Who wants to take the bullet? It's an expression. It's like I will sacrifice, or yeah, and to take the bullet. No?
I
Democracia?
don't have teachers.
Okay. The first ones are easier than the others.
Okay, I will be fair.
Okay, great.
Okay, let's do it.
So, choose the correct verb, active or passive, for each sentence. Okay, so as you can see, it is highlighted in bold, right?
Yes, these cars are produced in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen teaches geography.
Mm-hmm.
German is spoken in Austria.
Australia. Ah, yes, Austria. Yeah, sorry.
Lots of houses were destroyed by this earthquake.
Uh-huh.
Henry Ford invented the assembly line.
Very good. Easy peasy.
Thank you.
It was a piece of cake. Who is next?
Okay. Me, teacher.
Me teacher. Who said me teacher? Karen Guevara?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. Again, choose the correct verb, active or passive.
Okay. The first is somebody cleans the office every day.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sends emails.
Mm-hmm.
The grass is cut every day.
Cut. Remember the pronunciation of
cut.
that word, cut. Mm-hmm.
Cut every day.
Mm-hmm.
Paul found the key.
Mm-hmm.
The computer was fixed yesterday.
Was fixed yesterday.
Was fixed yesterday.
Very good. Next one.
Me.
Who says me?
Clara.
Clara, Julitza, Hernán. Okay. Put the what? I told you the first ones are the easiest.
Oh my God.
You didn't want to do that. Okay, put the verbs in brackets in the correct form, active or passive. So it is basically the same, yeah, but you actually need to say the conjugation of the verb, right?
Okay. He. I don't know if.
Think about the verb, no? Open, and then we have the door. Think about who makes the action and who receives the action. If the receiver is at the end, it means active voice. But if the receiver is at the beginning, it is passive voice.
But I don't know if it is past or present.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He opens the door.
Very good. He opens the door. Good. Next.
The letter.
Sorry. It is send. Send. The verb send.
Okay. The letter was sent by me.
Uh-huh. So this is the verb. Okay. So the letter was sent
The letter was sent.
by
See?
me. Okay.
Um,
Next one is the verb is pick up, no? That is recoger, right? And be careful because it is a question,
yeah.
right? So, do you know who is doing the action or not?
Then the action, mom.
Okay. Now we have every day, so it means it is probably present. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Does your mom pick you up from school every day?
very good. Does your mom pick you up from school every day? Excellent.
The third one, the fourth one. Catch by the officer. Was the thief?
Was
Catch.
it said?
Catch
Catch it?
by.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know what the first people. No. Was the thief? Yeah, but I don't know if
5,
if the ends with E.
3.
I know. Was the thief caught by the police officer?
Okay, how do you spell that?
CATCHED.
No, wrong.
No.
What is
I
the
don't
past participle of catch, guys?
Out.
Uh-huh. So, was the thief caught by the police officer?
Oh, yo.
Okay, and the last one, easy peasy.
There is our to Australia by mistake. The airline, our passage to Australia by mistake. Then, I don't know. The airline,
Oh, the boarding passage, the ticket. Yeah. What?
I don't know. The airline,
Who did the action?
the airline.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know if was sent our.
No, because it's our passage was sent. Okay. Right? So the airline.
Yeah. Voice. The airline sent our passage to Australia by mistake.
Very good. Okay. Next. The sooner, the better.
I want. I want.
Who said that?
Natalia.
Natalia. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I think I am.
Okay, same thing. Put the verbs in bracket into the correct form, active or passive. Okay. Soy is soya, no? Okay. Loren?
Yes. So
Okay.
it grows by farmers in Argentina.
Grows. What is the object of the sentence and who is making the or doing the action?
Gracias.
Are you sure it is grows? So it grows by farmers in Argentina?
Didier tiene que conocer.
Sorry. So I'm going to give you a clue. You have by farmers. So does it mean active or passive? Natalia.
Passive.
Passive. So
Mm,
1, 2.
So it was grow.
Okay, you chose the past. So it was grown by farmers in Argentina, but it is better to use the present because the action hasn't finished, right? So soy is grown by farmers in Argentina. Okay, next one, second.
Mm,
People
people
think about subject and object, subject and object. The receiver at the end means active voice. The receiver of the action at the beginning is passive voice. So people five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you know the answer? Lauren? No? Lauren? ¿Se desconectó?
Sorry, my internet is not working well. Wait.
Okay. So, oops, who is next?
Properly.
Who is next? Not this one. Who is next?
Teacher.
Who's the teacher? Okay, Leonardo.
Me, teacher.
Me?
Teacher.
Me?
Me, Leonardo.
Leonardo? Okay, Leonardo. So you are taking the next one. Okay?
Okay.
So put the verbs in brackets in the correct form, active or passive.
My uncle. This is the active voice, the first sentences. My uncle sells the bicycle when he was young.
Okay, when he was young, so passive or present?
Okay.
Yes. So my uncle.
What? My uncle is active. The bicycle is passive.
Yes, exactly. So, but the verb is present or
Okay. Past.
so my uncle.
My uncle was sell the bicycle when he was young.
No.
No.
No,
Oh,
because you are saying it's active voice. What is the past of sell?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What is the past of sell? Sold. My uncle
Sold
sold the bicycle when he was young.
bicycle.
S-O-L-D.
Okay, this is good.
Okay? Good.
Okay. All the plates in the cupboard break by the child. Is this the passive voice?
Ajá.
All the plates in the cupboard. All the plates in the cupboard was break by the child.
Okay. Was break. What is the past participle of break?
Broke?
No.
Oh.
Broken.
Broken.
Okay, now all the plates.
All the plates.
Was or were?
All the plates in the cupboard were broken by the child.
Okay. Next one.
Okay, and she not find the book. Is the active voice, but she not found the book.
Okay, how do you make negative sentences in past? What is the auxiliary?
She did found the book.
Okay, she didn't
found the book.
found or found? Ah, because the verb doesn't change, no? If I have the auxiliary. She didn't find the book.
Found the book. Okay.
Next one.
My car repaired last week. My car is a passive voice.
Last week, it is past.
It's the past. When my car was repaired last week.
Okay, good.
The last sentence is this song. Okay, this is a passive voice. This song was wrote by John Lennon.
What is the okay? Was not.
This song did not or didn't.
No. This song was not or wasn't.
Wasn't.
Okay, what is the past participle of write?
Wrote?
No, that is the past. Write, wrote.
Wrote?
No.
Oh, I don't remember. Written?
So this song wasn't written by John Lennon.
By John Lennon. Okay, teacher.
Okay, so study verbs, Leo. Because you have
teacher.
The difference between passive and active is clear for you. You identify what is the subject and what is the receiver, and you are able to identify if it is active or passive. It's fine. But you need to work on the verbs, okay? Next.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Hi, teacher.
Karen Lisette. Okay, Karen Lisette. So, again, Put the verbs in brackets in the correct form, active or passive.
First is passive.
Okay.
The field was making 10 years ago.
Making. Oh, that's a new verb for me.
The field was make 10 years ago.
Made. So it's the same past. Make,
Made.
made. Right? So the film was made 10 years ago. Okay. Next.
When
Active or passive?
active.
Sure?
And okay, so you know object. Yes. When was tennis invented?
Invented. Very good. When was tennis invented? Very good.
Okay. The next is passive. The car. Okay. The car didn't damage it in the accident.
So you went for active. The car didn't damage, or the car wasn't damaged in the accident?
The car wasn't damaged in the accident.
Okay. Next one. The original building. Pull down is like
passive.
derribado. Okay.
The original building was pulled down
Down.
1965.
Okay. Next.
Next is passive boy. Where was this spot made?
Very good.
Okay.
Next.
I'm teacher.
Magda. Okay. Choose the verb that is correct, right?
Okay.
So, from the ones that are in bold, no? So, Fiat started or Fiat was a start, okay?
Okay.
Oh my God, sorry.
Fiat started by a group of Italian businessmen in 1899.
So you said it is active. Fiat started.
Active.
Who is making
Active.
the action?
Fiat active. The active voice. Fiat was started.
Okay.
Was started by a group of Italian businessmen in 1899. In 1903, Fiat produced 132 cars. Some of these cars were exported by the company to the United States and Britain. Okay. In 1920, Fiat started making cars at a new factory at Lingotto, near Turin. There was a track on the roof where the cars were tested by technicians. In 1936, Fiat launched the Fiat 500.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you. Next.
Thank you, teacher.
And
I teacher.
Tatiana.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah? Okay, Tatiana. It is the second part. Yes, it is the second part of the text. Okay, so you have to choose the verb and here conjugate in passive or active. Okay. So
Yes.
discard.
Discard 5.
Por favor, ignora el 5. Discard.
Okay. Discard called the Topolino, the
Called
Italian active.
Okay. Now, passive. This car was called the Topolino. Fue llamado el Topolino. Yeah. You know the Topolino, right?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay, so this car was called the Topolino. Okay. The Italian name.
Italian name for Mickey Mouse. The company grew and in 1963 Fiat 6 fix
Ignore the 6. I don't know why it has 6. Okay. Fiat.
and in the Fiat exported more than
300,000.
Thank you, teacher. 300,000 vehicles. Today, Fiat is based in Turin, and its cars wait, please, and its cars are sold all over the world.
Very good. Now, the next 2 sentences, please.
English in many countries. English is speak in many countries.
Okay, what is the past participle of speak?
The past.
So we have speak, spoke in past and past participle.
What, teacher?
What is the past participle of speak?
I think that is spoken.
So English.
English is spoken in many countries.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
And the last one?
The post. The post.
The post is the mail.
The post at the post is delivered at about 7 o'clock every morning.
Very good. Thank you. Next. Didier?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Active or passive? Sorry, all of them are passive, right? But you have to decide if it is present or past. So the first one is a question, no? How often
How
All
often?
of them are passive. And the verb is, of course, hold at the end.
Okay. How often? How
How?
often? How often did hold the Olympic Games?
Active or passive?
Passive.
Okay, so what do you need the verb to be? How often?
How often was held the Olympic Games?
Okay, no. How often are the Olympic Games held? Okay, remember that in questions we need to change the order of the subject, and Olympic Games is plural, right? So how often are, and it is present because we are asking for frequency, okay? How often are the Olympic Games
Okay.
held? Hold? Yeah, hold.
How often
Held.
are
How often are the Olympic Games held? H-E-L-D.
held?
H-E-L-D.
In present. Okay. Is passive voice?
Yes.
Yes. And the second.
Well, it could be. No, well, it is passive, but it could be also active if you ask the question correctly.
Okay. Um, second, second one. Um, uh, no. How did you spell? How did you spell your name?
How do you spell your name? It could be the option, right? Or passive, how is your name spelled? ED. Okay? Okay, number 3.
Number two, my salary. My salary is paid every month.
Very good.
Yes. And these cars are made in Japan.
Okay,
No,
negative.
these cars were not in Japan.
Were not made in Japan. Okay, next.
The name of the people who committed
Committed the crime.
the crime. Um, where no
Wasn't known because it's the name, singular. The name of the people who committed the crime wasn't known. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't no, yes.
Next. Rinalda, are you ready?
No, I am afraid.
Okay. Put the verbs in brackets into the past. This is easier. Past, simple, passive. So you know that all the sentences are in past and all the sentences are in passive. So decide if it is was or were and make sure that you conjugate the verb correctly. Okay? All of them are passive.
Two men.
Until where it says both men take to the police station, okay? Hasta ahí. Because I don't know what happened with my presentation, it's messy. But the two others are for the other participant, okay? So you have to conjugate see, call, catch, find, and take. Okay? Two men, passive simple, passive voice in simple past, okay?
Okay. Two men was seen breaking into a house in my street last night.
Okay, if it is two men, it's plural, no? So two men were.
Where?
Okay, good. Continue. The police.
The police were called, and they
Singular.
and they arrived very quickly.
One man
is caught.
Passive.
Immediately.
Pass. So one man.
One man was caught immediately. The other escaped, but he was found very soon.
Very good.
But
both men
was taken to the police station.
Both men were taken.
Men is
plural.
Plural.
Both men were taken to the police station. Okay. Ivan, complete the next ones. Questioned and charged. Where is Ivan? Okay. So both men were taken to the police station where they, question in this case is like interrogar, right? And remember that it is in passive voice, simple past. Okay? So they planet Earth to Ivan.
Were they was questions? Was questions?
Were question, not was. Were question. It is.
Separately by a police officer. The two men were charged with burglary.
Okay, now 3. 1, 2, 3. This program, paper, and hundreds of people. Okay, use passive voice in present simple. All of them are passive voice, and all of them are in present simple. So this program
is present.
It's present and is passive.
Present. The programs.
This program.
Is it is watching
Is watched.
watched by millions of people.
Millions of people.
Millions of people.
Okay. Second.
Paper was made from wood.
Was?
Was.
Okay. Voy a valerlo, but it is in present. So paper is made from wood. In present. Okay?
Okay.
Next.
Hundreds of people
Present.
was killed.
Present.
Okay. Hundreds of people was killed.
Hundreds of people what?
Were killed.
No, because it's in present. So hundreds of people are killed in
Are killed. Yes.
every
are
day.
Killed
Every
in accident every year.
Okay. Good. Lauren, you're back. So can you complete this one and this one?
Okay. London is visited by thousands of tourists every year. And next one is the biology class is taught by Mr. Green.
Okay. Now, 3 of these. Read and complete. Use the past simple. So I'm going to give you an example. The toothbrush was invented in the 15th century. Okay, that's the example. Okay, second.
The first public basketball game was played in 1892. The first eyeglasses were worn in the 1200s. And the first bicycle was written in 1791. And the first hot dog was eaten in the 1860s.
The 60s. 1860s, yeah. Okay. Good. No falta nadie, ¿cierto? No, to present the quiz. Okay, good. Now, well, you know what you have to study. Sorry, you have to review especially past participle of the verbs and be able to identify the tense, if it is past, if it is present, and even if it is future, right? Or present perfect, right? Yeah, we're going to stop here and I'm going to see you next class, okay? If you have any questions, just let me know. Any questions? No questions?
No, miss.
Okay, so I'll see you next class, okay? Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
evening, teacher.
Bye.
Good evening.